this happens automatically. Here again some of the comparison
भाई
shots,
लोग दोबारा आ गया, मैं
between
लाइव
Mi
स्ट्रीम
2,
बार बार खराब हो रहा है
1+6
इसलिए मैंने
and
जो वो
iPhone
दोबारा
10
से स्टार्ट
in
कर
low light
दिया. ओके,
conditions. And you can see
इसमें मेरी
the
गलती
color
नहीं थी,
reproduction
Xiaomi ने लाइव
is
स्ट्रीम सही से नहीं
the
किया
best
इसलिए
in
जो
case
वो
of
दोबारा
Mi
मुझे
2
करना पड़ रहा है.
as compared to both other flagship devices. Again, when you zoom in, actually there's a lot of blur in case of iPhone 10, and the 1+6 I think is a little bit too warm. But even if you look at the neck, and here just behind the neck,
भाई लोग आप लोग दोबारा से आ जाओ.
which is able to capture the hair next to the neck. These are some of the portrait pictures which have been shot on Mi 2 in outdoor condition. Of course, it also works on group pictures. Even if you have 3 or 4 people, each one of them will be in focus, and it will just beautifully blur the background. Now, when we launched Mi 1, a lot of you guys gave
भाई
us
लोग मुझे
feedback on
दोबारा
how
आना
can
पड़ा.
improve,
ओके, तो मैं दोबारा आ
the
गया.
video quality. So for that, we are introducing EIS, electronic image stabilization, for Mi 2, and this ensures the video qualities for Mi 2 will be significantly better. I will show you a small video which compares Mi 1 versus Mi 2. Xiaomi. So that's EIS on the Mi 2 camera. Now let's talk about the next thing, which is the selfie camera. Now the front camera on Mi 2 is powered again by Sony sensor, a 20 megapixel Sony sensor, Sony IMX376. On Mi 1, we did not have a selfie light, and we're introducing a selfie light on Mi 2. That too with 4500 Kelvin color, which is very similar to the natural light that you see outside. Now, during the day, the resolution is the king, and the 20 megapixel allows very vivid, very beautiful pictures with great detailing, both in the background as well as in the foreground. And during the night time, we have pixel binning, the same technology that we spoke about in the rear camera, where 4 pixels combined together to form a big pixel, and you can get very good quality pictures even in the night time. We also have auto HDR, both on rear and front, and we have Yash sir from our communication team, our PR team, who will explain how auto HDR works. If you just change the background, there, depending on the background, the HDR will switch on. Now I don't need to explain how HDR is helpful. All of you guys know this. There's a picture without HDR, picture with HDR, and as you can see, the background, which is outside the window, is completely washed away or blurred in case of without HDR, and it is beautifully captured with HDR. Same in outdoor conditions. The clouds, trees, leaves, everything is much more beautifully captured in case of HDR as compared to non-HDR. We also have the AI portrait mode on selfies. Now this is something on which we have been investing a lot of time, energy, and effort. And our entire AI portrait selfies is based on our in-house AI algorithm, which again works on semantic segmentation, something that we spoke about. We go pixel by pixel, identify the human being or the person, and then naturally blur everything else. For the first time, we are also introducing AI bokeh enhancement. Now what it does, apart from just blurring the background, it also identifies the entire background and the kind of scene it is, and will naturally beautify it a little bit, so that you get amazingly beautiful selfies, almost like a DSLR kind of pictures. Again, comparison in low light performance, between Mi A2, OnePlus 6 and iPhone 10 when it comes to low light portrait selfies. Now, if you look at this, the middle one, I think again the color reproduction is the best. But even if you zoom in and you see, the light balls, the bokeh balls, are probably the best in case of Mi A2. Almost like a DSLR kind of effect on a phone. Some more sample pictures for portrait selfies. This is in low light
भाई
condition.
लोग आवाज सही आ रही है बता दो मुझे
In a better lighting condition, outdoor, and also group portrait selfies. Now, when you usually take portrait selfies on many other phones, only one person will be in focus, others will get blurred, and not with Mi A2. So this is the selfie camera for Mi A2. Really great 20 megapixel Sony sensor. With pixel binning technology, you get 4-in-1 super pixels, AI bokeh enhancement, AI powered beautify, and a great selfie light. So this is the overall camera performance for Mi A2. On the rear, you have 12 megapixel plus 20 megapixel. Both the sensors from Sony. Both the sensors have large f1.75 aperture. We're introducing lens selection for the first time. In regular pictures, this is manual lens selection when you can switch between two different lenses. In case of portrait mode, this is smart lens selection. The change will happen automatically. On the front, 20 megapixel Sony sensor with AI portrait selfies and super pixels or pixel binning technology. Let's move to the third section, which is performance. But before we go to hardware, we really want to talk about our partnership here. Our partnership with Google. And I would like to call on stage Mr. Pranab Mukin, who is the head of Android partnerships for Google India. Pranab. Yeah, welcome.
Thank you, Manu. Excited to be here with you, Manu. It's exactly, I think, 1 year since we launched our first partnership with the Mi A1 device. With Android One, we aim to bring devices with the best user experience to the market. We think this is accomplished by being highly selective in our choice of partnerships, right? Like Xiaomi, having great devices, and by ensuring that these devices get the best and the latest innovations from Google. We collaborate closely with Xiaomi on hardware and software to ensure that the combined user experience is of the highest quality and has the greatest experience. These messages around our core user philosophy, quality, and innovation seem to be catching on. And that has given us a lot of confidence in order for us to expand our Android One portfolio with Xiaomi with the Mi A2 device. So let's start with how smart the device is. The Mi A2 device is designed to get you through the day. Take the Google Assistant, for example. It can help you get things done by just using your voice. Tell it to pull up directions, call a friend, set an alarm. It's just there to help. Not only that, but the Google Assistant over time will pick up your preferences and becomes increasingly more useful the more you use it. It's your own personal Google, always ready to help. Another great example is photos. We all take them. It's how we keep and share some of the best moments of our lives. The Mi A2 and Manu talked about all the great amazing effects that the camera has. It can do amazing stuff like automatic background blurring, bright photo colors in any lighting, and just around take great pictures. So when you take these pictures, you want to make sure that they are there for you forever. With Google Photos acting as a default gallery app, you're assured of this unlimited high-quality photo storage always. It also comes with features such as automatic photo organization based on the people, places, and memories that matter. Ever wondered what was in a photo that you took a long time ago? Well, now, with Google Photos and Google Lens built in, you can easily identify the animal, the landmark, the book, or even that weird insect that you had in that photograph. These things are great, the camera, the smarts, the feel of the device. But if your battery doesn't last the full day, then it doesn't really matter in India. Out of the box, we at Google have run this device through a litany of tests to ensure a long-lasting battery for this device. Moreover, this will be one of the first devices to get Android P later this year. It will benefit from our latest battery innovations on P. That includes auto-adjusting screen brightness, adaptive battery feature that prioritizes background and activities bases your personalized usage patterns. Security. People's phones are incredibly personal, and we rely on them all the time to keep our information safe. We also want this safe information at our fingertips at all times. All Android One phones are committed to ensuring that your data is protected. So with Google Play Protect, your phone will be regularly scanned dynamically to help prevent malware, even if you're offline. Your phones will be reinforced with the latest security updates to ensure that it stays ahead of potential threats at any point in time. As with the Mi AA1 and all other Android One devices, we want users to have an experience that's been user-tested for simplicity and convenience. These devices will come with minimal preloads, so your phone will not have any clutter on them. A feature set that's fully integrated with the underlying OS so that the device is fast and the user interface is easy to navigate and customize. Additionally, with functions such as notification snoozing, seamless autofilling, the phone adapts to your preferences. All this gives the user more control, flexibility on how they use their device. Last but not the least, when this device gets Android P, users will have the option to switch to Google's new system navigation that comes with a new intuitive way to interact with your device. I'm so proud of the efforts and collaboration between the Xiaomi team and the Google teams to help bring you another great Android One device. With that, I'll hand over to Manu. Thank you.
Thank you, Pranav. Thank you. So Mi A2, this is being powered by Snapdragon 660, yes, the extremely powerful Snapdragon 660 processor. Now, this processor is powered by Qualcomm's AI engine, which allows us to use many of our own AI features, like our AI portrait mode or AI bokeh enhancement. This also has Spectra ISP, which allows us to have true to life colors and zero shutter lag. This is based on the latest Cryo architecture from Qualcomm, which is usually seen on only flagship 800 series, like Snapdragon 835 or Snapdragon 845. And now Qualcomm is bringing the same technology to Snapdragon 660. It has 8 cores. The 4 high-speed cores are for demanding tasks like gaming. And the 4 lower clocked cores are used when you do stuff like browsing or texting. So you get best of both the worlds. Mi A2, powered by Snapdragon 660, has an Antutu score of 139,000, which is 79% higher than Snapdragon 625 on Mi A1. Now, we always listen to you guys. There's a specific thing that many of our Mi fans, many of our media colleagues ask for, which is quick charge. So for our India Mi fans, we are bringing Quick Charge 4 Plus. Now, the charger in the box is going to be the 10
भाई
watt
लोग आप लोग
charger.
लाइक करो यार, आप लोगों ने बिल्कुल लाइक नहीं करा, जल्दी कर दो, मैं बीच-बीच में बोलना नहीं चाहता.
Mi.com or other reliable sources, and whenever 4.0 or 4 Plus is available, you can also buy it and use the technology. So that's the performance of Mi A2, really best-in-class performance based on Android One platform, Snapdragon 660, Cryo architecture, Spectra ISP, AI engine, and Quick Charge 4 Plus. Every single unit of Mi A2 that will ship in India will be made locally here in the country. And Make in India has been a big initiative by Xiaomi India. This is something that we really take pride in. Our first factory was launched 3 years ago in first week of August 2015. And since then, we have scaled up a lot. In the beginning of this year, we announced that we have set up 6 factories now, and we also launched a new factory, which was for PCBs. 2 days ago, we announced a new initiative where our partner Holytech said they are going to set up a factory for not just manufacturing phones and PCBs, but they are going to manufacture different components here in the country. They will manufacture 5 different components like camera module, touch panel, fingerprint sensor, and few more here in the country. This will require an investment of 1,400 crores, 6,000 jobs to be created, and this will be situated in Tirupati, Andhra Pradesh, over a 75-acre land parcel. While we're doing all this manufacturing, we are making phones in India, we are making PCBs in India, now we are beginning to make all these components. By the way, we're the first smartphone company which will manufacture these kind of components in the country. Nobody has ever done this before in India. So while we're doing all of these stuff, there's one thing that we really focus on, which is quality. Now this is one slide that you might have seen earlier also, where we say for every single phone, we do a large number of tests. Even things like side button or fingerprint sensor, we test them 5 lakh times, 6 lakh times. And a lot of other brands will also show you similar kind of slides. And they will say, oh yeah, we also do quality test. But the ultimate truth for all these quality tests is FFR, or what we call as field failure rate. Which means if we sell 100 devices, how many of these devices come back with any kind of hardware or software problem? There are no industry reports, but we believe our field failure rate based on our internal data would be today half of industry average. And by the way, here in industry average, we mean the top 5 players in the country. So yes, we believe Xiaomi phones would be the best in class, would have the best in class quality in the country. And in case if you face a problem, we have service centers. Today we have the largest service network in the country. We recently launched a 1,000 service center, and while we are opening new service centers, we're also focusing on improving the quality of our service. There's a recent report by Red Quanta, which looks at multiple different parameters like number of service centers, timeliness of service, quality of service, courtesiness of staff, and based on that, they come up with a comprehensive score. And this is the ranking for this year. We used to be much lower till about a year ago, but this year, Xiaomi has been rated as the best-in-class service network across the country. And there are few other brands which have been there for many decades, and Xiaomi has been here only for 4 years, and still Xiaomi has the best service network. So not only we are number 1 in sales, but also number 1 in after sales, which is equally important, if not more important. Thank you. Now, coming back to Mi A2. So Mi A2 is a huge upgrade over Mi A1 in every single department. Mi A1 had Snapdragon 625, Mi A2 Snapdragon 660. Mi A1 had a front 5 megapixel camera, Mi A2 20 megapixel AI camera, Sony sensor with a selfie light. Mi A1 had 12 plus 12 megapixel. Mi A2 has 12 plus 20, both of them Sony sensor, both of them having 1.75 aperture with large pixel size of 1.25 on the primary 12 megapixel one, LPDDR4X RAM, 5.99 inch full screen display, Bluetooth 5.0, Quick Charge 4 Plus, and EIS for video recording. So, the last part, what should be the price of Mi A2?
Price, बताओ यार, price बताओ.
I think there were some sort of rumors floating around yesterday. And some people thought we have leaked the price, which was completely incorrect. I think they were fake pages. Before I go to price, I'll again show some of these flagship devices. Of course, you will say, why are we comparing them? Because we genuinely believe that Mi A2 has similar, if not better pictures than both these flagship devices. And while both of them are very expensive, Mi A2,
भाई लोग 300 लोग देख रहे हो, लाइक कर दो आप लोग जल्दी से.
16,999.
वाओ, 4GB 64GB की प्राइसिंग हो गई है 17,000 रुपए. चलो बढ़िया है.
I'll come to it. We also have comparison with other similar devices like Samsung A8 Plus, which is the best-selling Samsung phone in the 30,000 rupee range, and Nokia 7 Plus, which is the only other Snapdragon 660 device. Of course, both of them are much more
भाई लोग
expensive
17,000 की
as compared to
प्राइसिंग हो गई है.
Mi A2, which will sell at only 16,999 with better specs, better features, better quality, and at a much lower honest price. Now, a question that some of the Mi fans here in the first row asked, what is happening to the other variants? We are launching 4 plus 64. Are there more variants coming? So yes, we have also have 6 plus 128, which will be coming very soon. Just stay tuned. Every single Mi A2, we will share more details very soon. Every single Mi A2 will have a premium soft case, which will come in the box itself. Now again, another feedback that a lot of you guys, our Mi fans, our media colleagues have given to us is against our flash sale system. And trust me when I say this, 4 years ago, we used to love flash sales. But over a period of time, as we have become bigger and bigger and we have become the #1 smartphone brand, I think it is a moral responsibility to ensure that everybody can buy devices as easily as available. So we have been increasing our supplies. 1 year ago, we used to have 3 million supplies every quarter. We have more than tripled it to 10 million a quarter. We have been expanding our offline business. And now for the first time, we're also introducing pre-orders. So starting tomorrow itself, which is 9th of August at 12 noon, you can go and pre-order Mi A2 on both mi.com and Amazon, our partners. So we're launching Mi A2 on Amazon. If you pre-order, these devices will be shipped within a week's time. If you don't want to wait, you can also buy it starting 16th of August at 12 noon on mi.com, Amazon and Mi Homes. And this will also be available across thousands of our Mi preferred partners. One last thing, there's a special gift from our partner, Reliance Jio. So Reliance Jio will give 2200 rupee instant cashback for every Mi A2 customer. And again, for the first time, they will give 4.5 terabyte of data free with every single Mi A2.
डेटा भी मिल जाएगा, सही है.
Thank you. So this is Mi A2 for you, for everybody. A really incredible device, amazing camera. You can take picture perfect photos. On the rear you have 12 plus 20 megapixel, both Sony sensor, large f1.75 aperture, large 1.25 micron pixel. On the front again you have a Sony sensor, 20 megapixel camera, AI powered Beautify, multiple other AI features, Qualcomm Snapdragon 660, and of course the Android One platform. The 4GB, 64GB at 16999 and the 6GB, 128GB for all our core Mi fans coming very soon. Thank you so much guys, that's all for today. Let's do a quick photo op. I'll also call on stage.
भाई लोग लॉन्च हो गए यार. आप लोग लाइक मारो अगर आप लोगों को प्राइस पसंद आया तो यार लाइक मार दो जल्दी से आप लोग. 17,000 में 4GB वाला वेरिएंट मिलेगा. क्या ये जस्टिफाइड प्राइस है? आप लोग मुझे कमेंट सेक्शन में बताओ. क्या ये प्राइस आप लोगों को सही लगी? 464 वाले की प्राइस क्या सही है? ये रहा हमारा Mi A2. देख लो आप लोग कैसा दिख रहा है. यार आप लोग लाइक नहीं मार रहे, बिना लाइक मारे आप लोग जा रहे हो. यार लाइक मारो, यार लाइक मारो.
थैंक यू. सॉरी. ओह ओके. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, maybe we can take it after that. So thank you so much everybody for joining in.
So भाई लोग अब लाइव स्ट्रीम खत्म होगा. फोन हो चुका है लॉन्च. आप लोगों को कैसा लगा यार कमेंट सेक्शन में बताओ मुझे. यही था हमारा